go take a look at our bracket for the evening, and I guess what we've got going on here is the final bracket. We got 2 more matches until we are done with all the preliminary brackets. Orange bracket SV Nestris fought his way through this. I mean, what just a crazy orange bracket with Miles the Great, Nenu, and Tetris Time, and somehow it's SV Nestris fighting his way through that. We got Doge Nestris beating up on Burb Wizard, which I think is to be expected. And then Tetrasaurus and Yusuf, but it was ultimately Doge representing the green bracket. And the red bracket, Torza fighting his way through. And he will be representing the red bracket. And tonight we will determine who will represent the blue bracket. And then we can schedule the end of this darn thing, get it over with. Like early in the month, that would be great. We are on track to speedrun challengers this month. So let's do it. It's going to be first Vicious Rhubarb and TCY. All right, we got 2 ready players. It is March 2022 Classic Tetris Monthly Challenger Circuit Blue Bracket. Match number 1 in round 1. Vicious Rhubarb and TCY. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And already I have to use the restroom. Like I just went, and already gonna have to hold it. It's all right. It'll be good. I might get the squirms a little bit. Oh my God, this is going on YouTube. I'll be ruined. All right, Rhubarb on the left with the kind of remote controller grip with the tapping. And I should try that. That might work for me. I'm going to try that. Stanislav with the 1 bit. Thank you so much. TCY on the right side, obviously with the controller being a keyboard. And you can see tapping happening on the keyboard. So tapper battle here in Challengers between the 4 and 13 seed. 50,000 here in the early goings for Vicious Rhubarb and 69,000 for TCY. Calm down, Kingsman. Oh, Hanato Alexi, welcome. I spin for Vandy. Oh my God. That might be the shirt. I spin for Vandy. I don't want to have a lot of vanity stuff about Vandy. But if I did have one, maybe it'll just say, I spin for Vandy. That's actually very cute. 98,000 for Vicious Rhubarb, 123 for TCY. But Jeff said it was okay. I mean, that meme is so old, Kingsman. Nobody wants to buy that. I mean, that's a funny shirt to make that and just wear it and then go crash a commentary booth somewhere, but TCY in real trouble. That spire is so dicey, but getting pieces over that square in the middle is going to be the death square. And that's going to be a top out TCY. Vicious Rhubarb up 1-0 already. Yeah, what a mess, TCY. Pumpy Heart contributing money to the Bring Back Monday Night Chasedown Challenge. And already from TCY, the country's yogurt. Here we go. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Yeah, the speedrun of challengers continues. I think the level of play so far this month in challengers has been uncharacteristically underwhelming. We've had a lot of early top out games that are surprising from some talented players, but things like this happen in spurts. There is normal variance, and so you're bound every once in a while to just have a real challenging month, and then then there'll be a really cracked month, and then there'll be an average month or whatever. TCY already getting a little bit too high, so just it's gonna take the triple and the Tetris for the long bar for the Tetris. Apologies for any of my linguistic issues this evening. I had a long day. I was up at 6:30 working, and then I had some after-work activity that I had to do, and now I'm doing this. I mean, so it's a long day. 72,000 for Rhubarb. Bang Tetris, 95,000. 98,000 for TCY. And normally, I haven't really been taking challengers and the non-masters bracket, but, you know, something, I don't know, our super streamers, there's a couple they didn't want to take, so I've been able to take a futures. Oh, Rhubarb is going to miss the Z spin tuck. So that'll cause some extra lines of burning. 147, TCY 121 for Rhubarb. Thank you for the subscription, Peyton. Great booster of the channel. And, you know, friended me on Facebook, which I friended Pump, like, so I only have a Facebook just because I need one for Oculus. Like, I deleted my Facebook and then I opened it again. And then I, you know, added a couple of people like that I know IRL. And T-Spin for Rhubarb. And I added a couple of people I know IRL. So, Peyton with the raid. Thank you so much, Peyton. 24 people. And 24 is my favorite number. He was my favorite baseball player growing up. 197 Rhubarb, 243 for TCY. And yeah, so then, you know, I added Pumpy because Pumpy and I, you know, run the whatever will become a CTM Facebook group, and so we need to coordinate on that, and so I added them. And so, of course, that unlocks, like, oh, by the way, Tetris people, you are friends with Pumpy Heart, so you must want to be friends with Keith Idiot on Facebook, right? So now everybody's adding me on Facebook, and I'm back to Facebook again. Hey Vandy, says Pattern Pants, did you get a new Steam mop today? Yes, the Steam mop arrived. The Steam mop was sitting out there in the hallway. 273 for Vicious Rhubarb, 341 for TCY. Pattern Pants is Sue. So there you go. Well, that's the thing. I have to on Facebook I have to create, you know, friendless groups because I don't need to bring my politics or personal views into the Tetris community. Doesn't help anything. So, you know, try to mostly stay out of it. At least as far as Tetris goes. I mean, I have an anonymous Twitter account that I just go crazy on, but 308 for Rhubarb, 390 for TCY. But, all right, I will approve all the friend requests. Oh, my word. 415 for TCY, 332 for Vicious Rhubarb. Yeah, but, like, if I post something political or whatever, I just exclude the Tetris people from it. They don't need to see that. I mean, I would have no problem seeing somebody's politics and going, oh, okay, that's interesting. We don't agree. That's fine. But I know other people can't handle it if everyone on Earth doesn't agree with them. So 384 Rhubarb, 462 TCY with that square little mini spire, still low, building around it, setting up a Tetris. Bang, there it is. 485 for TCY. And another Tetris TCY, 509 through 114, Rhubarb, I can't even say it, Rhubarb, 433. 12 lines to go till 19. Gonna Tetris, 457. And Rhubarb is into 19 at 486. My third computer was a 486. I'm pretty sure Kingsman's computer is a 486. Transition here for TCY 561. I like the late night streams. It's nice to just chill and hang out. And honestly, the non-master streams, I feel like I can let go a little bit more. So I'm kind of digging them. 589 TCY here at 19. Rhubarb into 20 at 500. There's a Tetris. Pumpy saying Patreon unlocks late night Vandy politics vids. Yeah, not a chance. No, people are not supporting politics here. They're supporting Tetris. 558 for Rhubarb. Oh, setting up. I look at that. You know, I always think that that is aggressive. I think of it that way. Of course, it is not if you're a tapper. But, you know, long bar, column 9, jutting up above the top of your stack always makes me nervous. Because I am bad. 613 for Rhubarb. Spire there for Rhubarb, so he's going to hope that he can just kind of work around that. And he's going to Tetris 643. $710 for TCY. So Rhubarb slowly closing the gap over the course of, you know, several levels, and is actually just 10,000 points behind now in score. You'll note the difference in their line count. And that is definitely relevant here in challengers. Most players do not have extremely deep kill screen ability. Oh, potential perfect clear, but nope. Denied. Good stacking here from Rhubarb, 777. TCY has been able to add to that lead during Rhubarb's little mini burning session, but Tetris for both. 36,000 point lead for TCY and backed by 9 lines. So lines in hand for TCY. Trying to make up a game after a abrupt game 1. Rhubarb into 27, full level ahead of TCY. TCY open on the right side. Rhubarb needs to really be as perfect as possible or have something possible post, and you can see building up for 2, but having to take a couple of burns here. Oh no, he was into 27. My apologies. The colors were so similar. 933 Rhubarb, 1 line to go before the kill screen. There's a Tetris into 29. We'll see what Rhubarb can do here post 28. 970 will need to do something here because TCY's got the max out on 28, and Rhubarb is not going to be able to do anything and tops out. So there you go, 971 into kill screen here in challengers. And a max out on the screen on the right side for TCY. So there you go, challengers, whatever, double skills. I mean, listen, you go back to some of those early videos, right? CTWC with Jeff and Kataru and all that stuff. And these are what the matches looked like back then. And people were just like losing their minds. And now it is routine and almost barely worth a mention, you know? I mean, this is how far we've come. So it's really, I sit back and I marvel. All right, hover 3s from both players. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Do. Sorry, man. No one's ever going to convince me that this isn't the greatest soundtrack ever. I know it's a stupid thing, you know, because I'm sure there's just epic game soundtracks out there, but this one, like, it never gets old. Do you guys have any idea how many times I have heard this soundtrack in, you know, heading into my I'm completing 4 years here of streaming Tetris Online, and I took over, so 3.5 years. I took over CTM in October. It's a nice adjustment from TCY. We like those, but I mean, I've heard it I mean, it's got to be thousands of times in 4 years, and I am just not over it. Like, I love it. Sometimes, you know, it'll be on my Spotify, and I'll open up the Spotify in the car, and it'll just kind of start playing because, you know, that's how things do. And it comes on, and it's always a welcome surprise. Like, oh, this is on. All right, let me sit here and groove to it. Like, I love it. So, I mean, what a great thing that our friend FlexStyle has done. Do I listen to it while driving? Yeah, no, only if it accidentally comes on. I don't want to... I'm worried that I'm going to spoil it for myself, but I got to admit, it's just like, it's really... Like, I groove to it. It's so good. 165 for TCY, Bang Tetris 188, 147 for Rhubarb. Geometry Girl points out, very aptly, that it sounds like Tetris, right? It seems so simple. And you do it over and over again, and there's, you know, there's no storyline, there's no this or that. It's just 7 pieces and gravity. And yet you can play it thousands and thousands of times, and it doesn't get old. So very apt observation, Geometry Girl. $238 Rhubarb, $218 for TCY 069. Pumpy thinks it's time to commission a new album. Well, I would love to, but do you guys have any idea what these talented people charge, you know? I mean, he's commanding top dollar, this guy. I looked into it. Tried to get a hometown discount, you know, whatever, but nope. And rightfully so. I mean, whatever. People are making a living. You can't I can't give it away for free, so I get it. I don't begrudge anyone making a living. But yeah, I mean, it's a stretch goal. We'll get there one of these days. That's one of my dreams, and I will. And you know, don't let your memes be dreams. That is the lesson. 296 for TCY, 315 for Vicious Rhubarb. Do not let your memes be dreams, and that is really the theme of why we had a Extreme Sports with the Berenstain Bears World Championship, right? Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we had a World Championship for this game? And we did it, and it was one of the most hyped things I've ever been a part of. So, and we're going to have another one in May. Vicious Rhubarb up kind of high, needed a long bar, and got one. So there you go, 343 Rhubarb ahead in score and behind in lines, and that's where you want to be. $393 for Rhubarb, $345 for TCY. I think it would be fun for the community of Tetris players. There's a lot of musical talent. And it would be fun for the community to sort of cobble together a community-sourced, homegrown playlist for Tetris. Nice adjustment for Rhubarb. Well, I wouldn't say no. It was an adjustment, and it got him the Tetris, but he is going to have to burn a few lines as a result. So, you know, in the end, was it a net positive? I don't know. That's a nice adjustment for Rhubarb to make room for Kingsman's Key Tuck. 443 Rhubarb, Tetris, 4666, 40. And 361 for TCY. So Rhubarb out to a 100,000 point lead. So yeah, if there's a community-sourced, homegrown playlist, and then all the Tetris streamers and restreamers could use that playlist, you know, we could make it available to them. Like, I think that would be very, very cool. And I don't have the time or the organizational ability to coordinate that, so there's a free idea if somebody wants to do something cool. 433 here on 19 for TCY, 518 for the Rhubarb. Tetris Rhubarb here, 19 into 25, 51. Rhubarb with some burning to do, and TCY clean, so this is going to allow TCY to get some of this deficit back. TCY set up again. Rhubarb was set up one row off the bottom, so that's going to be a Tetris. Trying to hold on to this lead. Tetris TCY, Rhubarb burning again. And TCY back by only a Tetris. Less than a Tetris, actually. And set up again. And bang. Tetris. And TCY in the score lead momentarily. And Rhubarb still in burning mode. He is a burning man. And just trying to bring this down. All right, finally open on the right side. Back by 44,000 points, Rhubarb. And Tetris. TCY's turn to burn a little bit. And now both players clean. And having to take a few burns. Skims off the top of the stack. Bang, Tetris Rhubarb 667. So I think we are clearly in neck and neck territory now. After Rhubarb at one point at a 100,000 point lead. TCY set up dirty column 3. And try not to destroy his whole board to get it. And he's going to get that dirty Tetris. And leave himself a relatively workable board. 721 TCY, 700 for the vicious Rhubarb. Oh, TCY's board is in all kinds of trouble. And that long bar is going to block off the right side, rendering it inaccessible. He is going to top out. And vicious Rhubarb is going to hang on to get heart number 2 in game 3. Rhubarb, you are good. You have 775. Your opponent has 722. And you can top out. GG's all around. Do we still have GG's emotes? There you go. We have GG emotes. Use the people. You got to use the damn emotes. All right. You put emotes in there that are free. Is that a free one? I don't know. Is that one of the follower ones? You got to put it in there. Because you got to keep up the average number of chatters per stream. And we are a professional outfit now. We got metrics, we got goals, we got this and that. So let's go. Game 4. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. There you go. Everybody using the GGs. Thank you so much. Mandatory chat. Either chat or get banned. I guess some people wouldn't care, you know. If they're not watching Tetris, they're just doing something else. I'm starting to get some non-shirt merch made. So I got a really cool sticker ordered. I'm going to start to put together some swag packs for the early patrons of my channel. So I don't know what level they're going to be at or anything like that, but patrons of, like Patreon. So yeah, putting all that stuff together, that was really fun. And you got to see this sticker. It's so good. Like, it just looks awesome. It's a holographic sticker. It is so good. Crafty Kim. You got to love that emote, Crafty Kim. You made that. And then now it is a digital representation here on the internet. 115 for Rhubarb, 94,000 for TCY. I don't know if anybody's actually manning the station here with these predictions, but we'll see. Burrito Dad, welcome. Gerald Freeman. Wallbant. And TCY up kind of high there. There's a nice long bar. It's getting a little dicey, but there you go. CatKit91 is here. We were waiting for you. Fireworks here as well. Oh my god. There you go. They're chaining. Oh, Crafty Kim broke the chain though. Oh, rip. Gonna have to restart it. Rhubarb trying to burn all this down. Pretty neck and neck right now. Gets the J piece to the left. So that's going to help. And yeah, look at that. Taping, you know, tapping still works. Okay, you can still do stuff with tapping. 199 for the Rhubarb, 224 for TCY. Same line count, separated 2,000 points. We were so close. I don't know. I don't love talking about subs and stuff like that, but we were so close. I think we were at 200 subs this time last month, and we needed 225 to open up another emote slot. So we were so close. We got to do some work. I know we got some master streams coming up, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. All I really want, honestly, is just to unlock as many emote slots as possible. Oh, Kim, you should sell a pattern of some sort. 242 for Rhubarb, 321 for TCY. But I don't know, can you pattern a crochet, or do you just kind of, are there crochet patterns? I know there's like cross stitch patterns and this, but are there crochet patterns? You should sell that pattern. People love that bear. 367 TCY, 253 for the Rhubarb. And Rhubarb's board, all kinds of staircasey. No good place to put flat pieces, but finally able to get a T and then put a square on top. So it's all going to work out. Low board there, one row off the bottom for Rhubarb. Would love to just get one more Tetris and take it down. And yes, you can see the satisfaction from Rhubarb. I'm going to put that long bar column 9 to set up a Tetris and get that Tetris. 325. And another Tetris Rhubarb. So Rhubarb's board looking good. Low, clean. I'm going to try to get this back to a normal. Oh no, going to set up one more Tetris on top of that row 1. So there you go. Building back up again. 348 Rhubarb. 461 TCY. Rhubarb knows that he is back by 100,000 points or more. And just trying to be efficient. All right, Rhubarb trying to avoid. There you go. Rhubarb very satisfied with being able to get that Tetris without putting some weight on that gap. And now, just exactly the right time, right before the 19 transition. You like to go into that as cleanly as possible. Tetris for Rhubarb, 446. TCY, 511. There's a Tetris. TCY has 2 more available. Won't be able to get the 600K, but there's a pretty good transition here. And Rhubarb's board, all of a sudden, just getting spired here. Is that where that square wanted to go? I don't think so. And this is a bit Monka-esque with one line to go. And there is a dirty split triple for Rhubarb. But this is going to take some doing and a little bit of luck. And there's another triple for Rhubarb. So the board is lower, but has to cover the right side. Oh, and TCY is going to top out. TCY is going to top out. If Rhubarb can survive and bring this down, just single and double, he'll have a shot to take this match. But the board just getting worse and can't get the J over to the left and is going to end up topping out. TCY handing Rhubarb a gift. And Rhubarb says, I don't want that gift. I don't celebrate this holiday. I'm returning this gift. So we have a decider. And a decider means that the winner of this match will decide. I mean, the winner of this game will decide the winner of the match. That is why we call it a decider. And if you are a subscriber to this channel, you have access to this beautiful giant D. All right, we got hover 3s from both players. That indicates that they are ready to play Tetris against one another, and so shall we start. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, okay, I'll be right back. I'm just muting for a minute. All right, Pattern Pants was locked out of the apartment because we have double locks on the door, as you would have if you lived here. And she was locked out. Apparently, I actuated the lock that you can't open from the outside. So, whoops. Sorry about that. 69,000 for Rhubarb, 71 for TCY. TCY's board needs a little bit of work, but no problem here. Open for the Tetris, gets a long bar, and bang! 121 for TCY, and a Tetris here for Rhubarb, 163. The decider on the screen. That's some pretty good Tetris. Pretty good. Tetris for Rhubarb, and he's got the delayed Vits. And he's got the long bar to complete the Vits. It just needs another long bar for the Tetris. 171 for TCY, who is in a little minor burn here, but some pretty good decisions at the last split second for TCY, and now has a board ready for a Tetris. $239 for the Rhubarb. And a Tetris. TCY going to open up the right side with a double just in time for the long bar. 204 for TCY. 264 for Vicious Rhubarb. I am actually feeling pretty good after a very long work day. I had one of those moments this morning where, I don't know, do you have something new kind of going on at work, and you got stuff you think about, at work, and say, how am I going to do this, and is everything good, and then I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. I normally wake up, like in the 8 o'clock hour. I work from home, so I don't have to, get up super early for a commute now. But, I got up at 6 a.m. and I went to use the restroom, and all of a sudden I was like, did I send, email? Did that actually go out properly? And I checked, and in fact, there was an actual problem. So my subconscious woke me up to take care of something, and I got it fixed just in time before anyone noticed. So there you go. Crazy. Rhubarb, 342, and lots of big brain adjustments on both sides of the screen. Rhubarb, though, up 375 to 326. It's one thing I do get a little frustrated about when I'm watching other restreamers, right? As they go 378,000 to 349,000. Like, you don't need to say 1,000. Everybody knows what you mean. Like, nobody thinks it's like literally 400 to 372. Like, you can, TCY with that last second split decision here to put that long bar kind of high in column 9, but it's going to work out. I was getting a little bit worried there. It did cause, it did spiral into a few gaps here, but going to take care of those. Yeah, you don't need to say, it's 407,000. Like, we know that. So, reduce the verbal clutter anywhere you can. So you can talk about the important things, like that I woke up at 6 in the morning to send an email. That's the important stuff. All right, 418 Rhubarb. TCY into the lead, 436. Pretty close in lines now. Oh my God, I'm so pleased that the Senate has passed a bill about daylight saving time, although I think it's going to be, what I know of the bill is that it's going to be like there's not going to be a national like edict on like what time states must be, so they have to pick one time and just go with it. So you could still have conversions and a lot of different conversions depending on how states come down on that. So that could be a little awkward. We are into 19, which is a level just above 18 where the score, where the pieces start to fall a little faster, 50% faster indeed. 526 for Rhubarb, 535 for TCY. And all right, we got a little bit of frames happening, but hopefully that was just into a little teeny hiccup. 577 Rhubarb, 563 for TCY. Like China just bit the bullet. They just have like one time. They're just like, yep, same for everybody. Everyone gets the same. I guess that is a truly communist-inspired time. Everyone gets the same time. Doesn't matter if it works for you or not, but everyone the same. 668 for Rhubarb, 633 for TCY. All right, TCY going to get the J for the J-hole and the Tetris. 661. Rhubarb up by a little over a Tetris. Well, it still hasn't passed, we'll see how it goes. There's still some stuff to be worked out, but I'm looking forward to it. The time has come, in my opinion. $698 TCY and a little bit of danger. Oh, that square on the left side is probably going to seal this. And TCY going to top out 701, and Vicious Rhubarb is going to take game 5 and the round 1 match between Rhubarb and TCY. So GG's TCY forcing a decider against the 4 seed coming in at the 13 seed. So that is an excellent job. But for now, it is going to be Rhubarb moving on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set up the next match. I guess people want to see Rhubarb finish it out. So I guess we'll see Rhubarb finish it out. Oh, GG's. There you go. Mandatory GG's. This is level 27, everybody. All right, now it's 28. All right, how's he gonna? Are you just gonna set up for 2? Set up for like 7 Tetrises. Oh, that burn. Didn't. Just don't want too many. All right, there's one. Now, is he gonna set up for 2? Oh no, he just needs the one. No, he needs more than 1. So let's see if he's gonna set up for 2. There's 1, and he's going to take the birds. Come on. Get the max, get the max, get the max. 999. Oh. Come on. There it is. The max out for Rhubarb into level 30. Hey now. GG's. Thought he was going to set up for 2, but he ended up moving that S piece over to the right to take the burn, but able to clutch it out. So there you go. Another max out, Vicious Rhubarb, and now you have earned your heart. Hey everybody, this is your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.